What's going on, everybody? And I hope you had a fantastic Friday overall. This is NYG Jeffy T 85 here, and I'm bringing you the BKN Game Recap for the Brooklyn Nets against the Indiana Pacers. As the Nets, it's just for some reason, the Brooklyn Nets just can't find a way to get over or get to the 500 mark. The Brooklyn Nets, once again, they fall to the Indiana Pacers for the second time in 3 games this season in Indiana by the score of 128 to 117. The Brooklyn Nets are now 9-11 on the season. And once again, up, down, up, down. Every single game, this team just can't play consistent basketball. One day they win. The next day they lose. Then they win. Then they lose. Then they win. Then they lose. They can't string together any type of consistency. And if they keep playing like this, they're going to be a 500 basketball team. Plain simple. They're going to be a 500 basketball team. Well, you know what? The big three did everything they could to help win this game. They did. Kevin Durant, 39 minutes, 36 points, 15 for 31 from the field, 3 of 12 from the three-point line, 9 rebounds, 8 assists, just short of a triple-double. But he had 5 turnovers. Royce O'Neal, 9 points on the game. 9 points. 5 turnovers in the game. 3 assists, 4 rebounds on 3 of 8 shooting. 3 of 7 from the three-point line. Nicolas Claxton, 28 minutes, 6 for 6 from the field, 11 rebounds, 12 points. But he had 5 fouls. But he had 5 blocked shots. Claxton was good. Ben Simmons continues his turnaround. The one problem with Simmons, he got in foul trouble. 20 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. In 34 minutes, he was 8 for 8 from the field. He had a perfect record from the field, as did Claxton. But he had 6 fouls and fouled out of the game when they needed him to not foul out. Kyrie Irving, 20 points as well. 8 of 17 shooting, 3 of 9 from the three-point line. 4 personal fouls, though. But in the bench, if it wasn't for Seth Curry, this bench was horrendous. Seth Curry was the saving grace on this bench tonight. 28 minutes, 5 for 9 from the field, 4 for 6 from the three-point line. 14 points. It is evident as day. And he had 5 assists and 2 rebounds. It is evidence as day right now. This team misses Yuta Watanabe. It's so evident right now. This team misses Yuta Watanabe from the bench. Because right now, they're not getting consistent scoring and shooting from this bench on night in and night out. In fact, look at the rest of these bench numbers. It's scary. Markieff Morris, 13 minutes, 1 for 4 from the field, 3 points. I don't know what the hell has happened to Joe Harris, but this guy shouldn't even be playing anymore right now with how bad he's been. 12 minutes, 0 for 3 from the field, including 0 for 3 from the three-point line, 1 rebound, 1 assist. He had 3 personal fouls, and he had no points. You're talking about one of the guys was a key player for this team. Joe Harris had nothing. Patty Mills, he's barely now playing too. 5 minutes from the field. 3 points. 1 for 1 from the field, including 1 for 1 shooting and 2 assists. The Nets bench was awful, not named Seth Curry. Nobody did anything. Nobody contributed to help out this Nets team. The starters pretty much carried this team. And if you want to substitute Royce O'Neal and Seth Curry. But really, it was a 6-man show. That's it. It was a 6-man show. Sure, Markieff Morris had 13 minutes and Harris played 12. But let's just be real. They were barely even a factor in this game. They were barely even a factor in this game. But the biggest problem, the scary part is, the Nets and the Pacers were pretty even from the rest of their stats. Pacers shot 50% from the field. Nets shot 47 or 48%. The Nets shot 53. They shot better from the field. Nets shot 37% from the three-point line. Pacers shot 35. Nets were better. Pacers shot 79% from the free throw line. Nets shot 80. Nets were better. Even the rebounding and the assists were close. Nets had 38 rebounds. Indiana had 41. They out-rebounded the Nets by 3. Pacers had 28 assists. Nets had 27. Close there. But you want to know where this game was lost? Obviously, defensively, the Nets could not handle the Indiana Pacers and their scoring on the front court. They couldn't handle them. Once again, the Pacers had 6 guys in double figures. Miles Turner, Tyrese Halliburton, Benedict Mathurin, and Buddy Hield destroyed the Nets tonight. Absolutely destroyed them. Mathurin is looking like a Rookie of the Year player right now. Halliburton, double-double. Buddy Hield killed him from shooting the ball. Miles Turner, who did not even play in the first matchup, he had a great game. All 5 of their starters scored in double figures. And they almost had 7 players in double figures. McConnell was just 2 points short. But the thing that killed the Nets the most, besides the defense giving up 128 points, the Nets turned the ball over 18 times. Indiana only turned it over 9. Nets were reckless with the basketball. Durant, 5 turnovers. O'Neal, 5 turnovers. Simmons, 3 turnovers. And the thing that really hurt this team the most, Indiana was at the line 38 times. 38. To the Nets 10. They got to the free throw line almost 30. They almost had 30 more free throw attempts than the Brooklyn Nets. Because the Nets committed 28 personal fouls to Indiana's 11. The Nets could not stop committing fouls, especially down low in the paint. Mathurin had 9 free throw attempts. Halliburton had 6. Smith had 6. Buddy Hield had 3. Naismith and Turner, 4. Jackson, 4. McConnell, 2. You know who were the highest for the Nets? Shocker. Ben Simmons actually went to the line the most for the Nets. He had 5 attempts and went 4 for 5. Durant went 4 times. He had 3. Otherwise that, Royce O'Neal, no free throw attempts. Claxton, no free throw attempts. Irving, 1 free throw attempt, and he luckily hit it. Nobody on the bench went to the free throw line. Nobody. That is where this game was lost. The Nets could not stop committing personal fouls during this entire game. Simmons fouled out with 6. Harris played in 12 minutes, and he had more fouls than points and assists and rebounds. He had 3. Morris had 2. Durant even committed 4 personal fouls. Irving had 4. Like I said, Simmons fouled out. Claxton had 5. The only starter that had less than 4 or less personal fouls was Royce O'Neal. And he played the most minutes for the Nets. And he had 1 personal foul. That is why the Nets lost this game. Plain and simple. That is why the Nets lost this game. Too many personal fouls committed against the Indiana Pacers, and they sent them to the line for 38 free throw attempts. How are you supposed to win a basketball game giving up 128 points and 38 attempts at the free throw line when you had 10? The turnovers aren't even as bad as that. So really, the Nets have got to stop fouling so much. They've got to start playing better team defense and stop fouling. Now, there were some bogus calls in there from time to time. Of course, you're going to get that in a basketball game. But how are you supposed to win games when you're fouling as much as the Brooklyn Nets are? Tell me. 38 attempts from the line? You almost had 30 more attempts from the Pacers than the Nets. That's why the Nets lost this game. Because everything else was about even. Shooting percentage, 3 points, rebounding, assists, field goal percentage, free throw attempts was the thing that killed them. And the Pacers, they hit their free throws. They still shot about 80% from the line, even after taking 28 more foul shots than the Nets. That's just bad defense. That is laziness. That is bad defense. That is not being able to shift over and cover your man. That is poor defense by the Brooklyn Nets. And that is why they lost this basketball game. Once again, the Brooklyn Nets are right there to try to get themselves to a shot at freaking getting to 500, and once again, they fall short. This team, for some reason, there's like a roadblock where they can't get to 500. They get a one game short, and they lose. I mean, it's just so inconsistent, this basketball team. The last few games, I'll start with the Knicks game. They beat the Knicks. They beat the Clippers 2 in a row. Then they lose to the Lakers, and they lose to the Kings. Lose 2 in a row. Then they beat the Grizzlies, and they beat the Trailblazers back-to-back. 2 wins in a row. Then they lose to the 76ers. Loss. Beat the Raptors. Win. Lose to the Pacers. Loss. In, up, and down, and up, and down, and up, and down. This team is playing like a 500 team. With Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and now Ben Simmons. And you know what? I'm not criticizing Ben Simmons anymore. The dude is playing good basketball. He is. But Simmons has turned the corner. Kudos to Ben Simmons. I've been slamming this dude for a while. You know what? I'm going to shut up now. Ben Simmons, you're playing great basketball. Kudos to you, bro, for turning it around. But the one thing that I will criticize Simmons and the rest of these players, start playing more passionate defense and stop fouling every 2 seconds, because you're sending your other team to the line, and even if they have halfway decent free throw shooters, they're going to hurt you from the line. And that's the difference in the game. That's the difference. And now the Nets are 9-11 on the season, and they have a game at home against the Portland Trailblazers at 3 p.m. on Sunday. Are they going to be able to turn it around? We'll have to wait and see. You got Saturday off, regroup, and get ready for Damian Lillard, Jeremy Grant, Yusef Nurkic, and the Portland Trailblazers, who are a good team too. And you're coming back home. And you're 9-11 on the season. This team is just so inconsistent. Every single game. They just can't string together a consistent winning streak. They can't even string together a consistent losing streak. They're just a 500 basketball team. Plain and simple. The Nets are a 500 basketball team with Kevin Durant, Kyrie Irving, and Ben Simmons, because the rest of the team, well, I'll say Claxton's playing well, and O'Neal and Curry have had their moments. Otherwise, when Yuta Watanabe is not playing, their bench is not good. Their bench is awful right now. They're so inconsistent night in and night out. One day you'll have great games from these guys, and the next day they won't even show up. That's the problem. The Nets bench is so damn inconsistent. And this team commits way too many fouls. So that's my BKN game recap. As the Brooklyn foulers, the Brooklyn send the other team to the free throw line. The Brooklyn Nets lose 128-117, and they are 9-11 on the season after sending the IndianaPacers to 38 free throw attempts because of lazy defense. And now you got a date with the Portland Trailblazers at home on Sunday at 3 p.m. at Barclays Center. You better clear these foul woes very quickly, because Damian Lillard will make his living at the foul line, as will Jeremy Grant. For some reason, this Indiana Pacers team has the Nets number. But then again, a lot of teams seem to have the Nets number. Hopefully they can be able to take it. Hopefully they'll be able to change it around. But that's my BKN game recap. Not a very happy camper about this one. The Nets lose. The last 4 games, they are 2-2 on the season in terms of losing and winning. So if you guys like this video, please hit the like button below. Sub up if you haven't already to NYGJeffyT85 for more breaking news updates, chatter, and game recaps surrounding the Brooklyn Nets. Turn on the bell for notifications of the next video or short that's around the Brooklyn Nets. And you let me know in the comment section how you feel about the the Brooklyn Nets. They should be called the Brooklyn Fowlers because that's all they do is foul now and send people to the free throw line 38 times a game. So thank you very much, everybody. Hope you enjoyed your Friday. Take it easy. And please, let's go Brooklyn Nets. Turn it around and start putting together a damn winning streak already. Stop being so inconsistent. Please, just put together a winning streak. Let's go Brooklyn Nets. As always, it's a Nets world, and we all just live in it.